So today we are going to go through the Common Application and all its various parts for all of you seniors who are applying to college this fall. Alright, so I know that everyone says to use the Common App and do all these things, right? But no one really ever shows you how to do it. So they're like, oh yeah, go on Common App and, just input all your schools and apply. And it's so easy. And you're like, okay, but I have questions. I have questions for every single part. And I know I did when I applied to college. So the point of these videos is to just break this down and for you to see, just like any other tutorial, how we do every single step. And so that you have no doubts or questions as you go through this process yourself. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is go on commonapp.org, which you see up here on my search tab, right? So www.commonapp.org, and it will bring you to this page right here, right? So what you want to do is, if you don't have a profile yet, if you haven't made one, or if you have made one for whatever reason, like last year or a month ago or whatever it was, then you can just go to log in and put in your information. But if you don't have one, and we're going to assume that you don't have one, you want to go to apply now. Alright, so you're going to click on apply now. And I already have one because I use this a lot to guide students through the whole process. But will go here where it says create an account. So you'll click on that. And again, so I input mine as an education professional. A parent can also make one for themselves to help their kid through the process, but you're gonna click select this student. All right, and then click continue, and then you're gonna input your email address here. All right, so what you'll do, just so you can see the third step here, I'm going to put an email for our tutoring company, and hopefully it won't reject it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Oh, okay, I didn't include an uppercase character or a number or one of these signs. All right, so let me try it again. Okay. Oh. Okay then. They have a lot of limitations. All right, this is very frustrating, but that's fine. Let's see. Okay, I need to make it longer. Wow. Okay. There we go. Okay. Alright, they should match. Cool. So your password has to have all these things that they say here. So between 10 and 32 characters, one uppercase, at least one lowercase, a number, and a special character. Alright, and no spaces. So that's why it took me a little bit, but there we go. Let's click continue. And we're on step 3 for you to register an account. Enter name exactly as it appears on official document. Do not use nicknames. First given name, last family username. So if you're here, you're going to put your first name, and then you're going to put your last family surname. So that's usually the most common last name that you have, unless you use 2 and all your documents have to. So for example, if I were doing mine, I would put both my last names because all my documents, social security card, passport, all that have my first name and then my 2 last names. But if you only have one, that's fine. It's whatever your passport says or your social security card says. All right, and then you're gonna enter your address, right? You're gonna look up your country. So as of now, I'm just recording this for anyone who lives in the US. Then you're gonna put your address, just usually the number of your home and the street address, like the name. You can use address line 2 if you have like an apartment number or a floor number or whatever that is. And if you have any, I don't know, different unique address, then I guess you can use line 3. I'm not sure what that would be for, but if you need to use it and you know what to put in there, go ahead. And there's usually just additional information though. This is the most important one, and that's usually the number and name of the street, your city, your state, and your zip code. All right. So I'm not going to fill those out because I do already have an account, but basically first name, last name, address, your phone number, and your date of birth. Okay. And whether you're applying as a first-year student or a transfer student, this tutorial is mainly for first-year students. I'm not doing a transfer student tutorial. So you'll click on first student and then you'll do create. All right. Oh, and here, please review and consider the following before continuing. The colleges that I'm considering for application may communicate by mail, email, phone, or text message prior to submission of my application. So you have to check these boxes off. You don't have to, but for example, this one will help you. They'll send you information regarding the colleges. The Common App may communicate with me by all these venues about my account, so you wanna do that as well. And then by checking this box, I represent that I'm 13 years or older. I have read, understood, and agreed to the terms and conditions of these plans, and that you're under the age of 18. Unless I am over the age of 13. My parental legal guardian has also read, please understood. Blah, blah. So you want to click all these 3. You don't really need to read all that, but so just click all these 3. If you're a senior in high school, you're fine. Are you currently located in a European Union country, Iceland? Blah, blah, blah. No. Okay, so like we said, this is going to be only for US students, so you want to put no. So click, 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 and then create. All right, so that's what you'll do. And just so that we're also clear, for this part, for part 2 that I forgot to mention, what you want to put in here is a really easy email address for yourself. So for example, if you have an email address for your school, then I would totally recommend for you to use your school's email address. Those email addresses tend to be pretty okay. So if that is where you receive all your email and it's a professional email, then that's fine. If you want to create an email, or if you have, for example, too much junk in your school email, or if your school email, it's kind of hard to read. For example, if it's like Alexander Alex 3388, I don't know, 88 or something, where it's like it just has a lot of the same numbers, a lot of the letters, and people kind of get tripped up when they're trying to write down your email address, then you might want to consider doing a new one, as in creating a new email address, because the worst thing that can happen is that you have a really confusing email address and someone from some college that you really want to go to is trying to get in touch with you and they can't because they input your email address in the wrong way. They made a mistake in writing it because it was so confusing or so long, or it had like 10 zeros or something like that, and they only put in 9 by mistake. So you want to avoid those unnecessary mistakes, right? So you really want to create an email, or just use your school email if it's easy and professional. If you're going to create one, then you want to create something like your first name and your last name, or some combination of your first and last names, because that's the name that you're going to be using in your application, and some numbers. Again, don't you do like 4 8s or 4 4s. Don't do things that'll trip people up. Maybe a birth year would be good, or some kind of number combination that is not too hard, like 13, 15. You know, anyone can type that in and easily remember it, okay, and easily see that they haven't made any mistakes. I personally recommend Gmail because it's very, very easy and nice and clear and organized. So I love Gmail. I use it for everything. So I would highly, highly suggest that you create an email if you're going to on Gmail.